Hello guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. As you guys read down below, you guys already know what's about to go down. But before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get straight into the video. So I'm gonna be telling you guys how to get over a breakup. I know that can be very intense, and sometimes it can take days for people, weeks, or even months. And what we have to think about it is sometimes, in the beginning, it's like, oh, I really wanted this guy so bad, I think he's the one, and it just didn't work out. And sometimes what didn't worked out for us, if that made sense, because if it didn't work out, there's reasons behind why it didn't work out. And if it didn't work out, to just keep it simple, we didn't need it in our life, or it was wrong timing, who knows. But if that person is really meant to be in your life, they're going to come back in the right timing. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys about ways and to get over a breakup and get more in depth into this. I know sometimes when things don't work out, we just wish, oh, I should have never went to his house, or I should have never went on that date with him, or I should have never done this and that with him. But if you think about it, how boring life would be if we knew exactly what would happen. Our life is like a puzzle. We're just living it day by day. Our life is already written. We're living it day by day. And if something happens, it happened for a reason, because if he was your soulmate, the stuff that he did to you, or if he even did something to you, would have never happened. Like stuff that he did that hurted you, those would have never happened if he was your soulmate. He would understand your love language. He would be patient with you. If none of those are happening, he is not your soulmate, and breakups are sometimes important to happen. Moral of the story, when breakups happen, they're meant to happen. Breakups are meant to happen because if you think about it, when it happens, pretty much there was a time frame or a season that person was meant to be in your life, and God is now removing him from your life, because now being in your healing era, your loving era, your soft girl era, whatever the case may be, God has plans for you. And I'm going to start off by sharing something that I feel would be helpful, especially after a breakup, would be when, let's say if you guys have each other on social media, it's best if you mute their stories, whether it's on Snapchat or Instagram, because that is just good for your mental health. Because, you don't want to see his stories and it's like, oh, damn, I could have been with him at this party. Or when I said muting each other's story, it does depend on how the relationship ended, because sometimes if the relationship ended up badly, it's best to block each other, remove every contact as possible, or maybe even changing your number, or moving out of the city or town, because it's just best that way. And let's say if you guys end up in a good note and it's like, oh, let's just be friends, that can get really messy just because feelings are still involved. And let's say if you guys are going out to the mall as friends, feelings are going to interfere with the friendship. And once the relationship is over, let's just leave it that way and let's move forward instead of going backwards. And following up on how the relationship ended, everyone's experience in relationship is different. Sometimes you need therapy, sometimes you need a friend to talk to, sometimes you just need to be alone and just think about it, and just maybe get a pen and a paper and just write, okay, from now on, I'm going to focus on my career. I'm going to focus on this and that, and just keep yourself busy, because in order to detach yourself from that relationship, you need to keep yourself busy. Something that you can also do is everything you loved about that relationship, you can get it. You can give it to yourself. For instance, if he would buy you gifts on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis, buy yourself gifts. Show yourself some love. Or if your love language or if your love language was touch and he would always touch you, you know, maybe, you know, hugging your mom once in a while, hugging your dad or your sister, your brother, you know, just feeling that sense of safeness, that sense of touchness, if that makes sense. And, you know, let's say if he would send you quotes every morning or on a daily basis, you know, download an app where, you know, it just shows you, you know, quotes or even poems that you can read. You know, everything that he gave you, you can give to yourself. You know, these are just some ways where you can balance your life and forget about the relationship in a way, if that makes sense. And ladies, this is very important. Let's say if you're freshly out of a breakup, out of a relationship, and you guys just broke up, if you have to be delusional, do it. If it makes you feel better, do it. If crying makes you feel better, do it. Trust me. And other ways that you can make yourself feel better is get prettier, start working out, go to the gym, you know, do different hairstyles, start doing your makeup, go out with your friends, go out on cute dates, take pictures, post them on Instagram. It's just, you know, it makes you feel better. And definitely go out with friends who has positive energy. During that time, what we need is just positivity, positive energy. Not friends who are going to be stubborn or going to get mad all the time. That's the last thing you want, especially during this episode of your life. And I know when we meet a guy and, you know, everything is just perfect in the beginning, you guys are 11 or 2 years in the relationship, you're like, oh, that's it, we're locked in, this is my person. But no, it doesn't always happen that way. God places people in our life for a certain period of time. If they're not meant to last with you, he removes them. And if you think about it, so I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you guys. This is very deep. I want you guys to pay attention to what I'm going to be telling you guys. Things fall apart for better things to fall together. Just think about what I just said. If it didn't work out, it's because in the long run, God has better plans for you. So when breakups happen, we have to think about it like, hey, you know, this person was supposed to be in my life for a certain period of time, but God has better plans for me. Just think about it in a positive way. Don't break down. Don't just say, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is other people in a happy relationship and I'm just here crying? This is not fair. Just think of it as positivity. Just think of it as if it's a blessing. God's timing is the best timing, trust me, ladies. And the last thing we want to do is force a relationship or force a guy to treat us the way we want to be treated. It sucks, unfortunately, but the right person will know how to treat you. You wouldn't even ask them or have to tell them, hey, I don't like the way you treated me. Because your person will know exactly how to treat you. He'll know when you're mad. He'll know when you're sad. He'll know when you're irritated. He'll know when you're happy. He'll know all of that. It's like he's reading you like the palm of his hands. Ladies, and changing your perspective of your feeling allowed you to feel better. If that makes sense. Because, you know, you might be going through a breakup, right? And then if you think positively, like, okay, today I'm going to do this, this, and that. And maybe I might find my soulmate if I go to the gym or if I go to this club or if I go to this party. It changes your perspective. Obviously, when you come back home or you're at work, you're going to reminisce. You're going to think about that guy. But the more you push yourself, you go out, you distract yourself, you thinking about him will literally be going. And a year from now, you'll be like, whoa, I'm not even thinking about him. Or if you do, it's very little. Trust me, ladies. Ladies, letting your feelings flow is okay. If you need to cry, cry. It's fine. The more you cry, it makes you feel better. Your feeling is like a river. That's the beauty of it. When you're crying, it's okay because your body is releasing something that is happening within your body. Ladies, we have reached the end of this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this video. So these were just some brief ways of getting over a breakup. I can definitely do a part 2 and go more in depth and just tell you guys different ways that you guys can cope with it. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, ladies.